Welcome to Pet Project, everybody. I'm joined once again with Becca Lawrence from the Lloydminster and Community SPCA. How are you doing today, Becca?
Doing really good. How are you?
We're doing great over here. So I hear we got a cute little cat, not a kitten, fully grown.
Yeah. Yeah, we think she's about 2 years old. So we'll try to show her here. She's a little bit timid, but this little girl here is Tinsy. And, oh, quit moving. And she came into the shelter probably about 2 months ago. So she came in through bylaw. She was picked up outside. And then she, not even 24 hours later, had baby kittens. So she was pretty much ready to pop when she got picked up. So it was kind of funny with her. She had 2 kittens, like basically the day she got here. And then the other 2 weren't really coming out. So we took her to the vet, but then they kind of gave her some medicine just to help her along. And sure enough, she popped a couple more out. So her 4 babies are pretty much all ready to go. I think the foster has claimed one of them. But other than that, the other one of them is at the vet right now getting spayed. And then the other 2 are just waiting for their dates as well, too.
Beautiful. Well, that's so fortunate that, she was able to get found and brought in just in time for her to be able to have her kittens in a safe environment, which, brings up a good point that it's always important to, contact the SPCA or the city when you do find these animals, out in the wild. If you know for sure that, it's not your neighbor's cat, don't call the SPCA.
Yeah.
If your neighbor's cat is hanging out in the backyard, don't do that.
Yes.
But, and a nice parlay because you mentioned that obviously she did have her kittens, and it is officially kitten season here in the border city. So as we move into the springtime where, you guys are going to have a lot more cats coming in and things like that, what's something that, the community should be aware of?
Yeah, obviously here at the SPCA, we always, kittens and injured animals are going to trump, anything else that's out and about. Like, obviously, with the warmer weather now, too, it's nice, we can at least be like, if it looks happy and healthy, just leave it alone. And it most likely does have a home and it's going that way. If you notice if it's sticking around and not eating or drinking anything like that, again, let us know again too. But yeah, as of right now, we are going to get an influx of kittens, we think. And again, like you kind of said, in her case, she was ready to pop, and it was better for her to have those kittens here than, become feral little kitties out in the wild. So, if you do see an animal in distress, absolutely always let us know.
Definitely, and you brought up a good point. It's a good idea to, I guess, kind of test the waters a little bit before you call in, right?
Yeah.
I know I have a neighborhood cat that kind of roams around a little bit, and I know that it doesn't go hungry because I've seen him out there and I've left food out for him, and it's gone untouched. I know he's hanging out across the street. He lives there. He just comes to say hi every night, which is fine. Beautiful. And so. Becca, your AGM is actually coming up here right away. So, what can people look forward to, if they want to get in on the action per se?
Yeah, it's going to obviously go through our last year of information of what happened at the shelter. And then too, we are offering up to, if you want to get a membership, and then that allows you to vote at our AGM. So if in any case, if we're voting in new board members or anything like that, then that gets you that vote. And then also too, like I just said, if you want to join the board, that's something that we're always very open to as well. And then, yeah, just basically, if you have a say on something and you want us to hear it, we absolutely want to hear it. We're always open to new ideas and new ways of trying different things, to maybe get us in a different direction.
Perfect. All right. So again, anybody out there, if you want to help out, if you think that you might have, some skill sets that would help the SPCA, if you want to get involved with the organization, certainly this is the way to start. And real quick before we go, we've been talking about kitten season and et cetera, et cetera. Something worth noting is your guys' foster program, which we like to bring up on these types of occasions that, if you want to help out but you can't permanently take in an animal, you could always do something like, maybe perhaps foster a cat or some kittens. So is there any information you'd like to throw out for that, Becca?
Yeah, we were kind of mentioning in a few pet projects ago, it's something that we are trying to build an actual foster program where, we have fosters that are ready that are willing to work with bottle babies, things like that. And, not try and find it last minute when they come in, sort of deal. But, that's something that we're always looking for, is the bottle babies. And then even just hanging on to moms with babies until they're all ready to go, or even, babies obviously too that are old enough to eat, but they don't have mom, and then they just need to get out of the shelter until they're old enough to go out for adoption.
Beautiful. Well, there you go, everybody. There's a whole laundry list of good deeds that you could do if you want to be able to help out the SPCA and help out some animals. And let's not forget, obviously, Tinsy is up for adoption. We've seen her in the background there. She just seems so sweet and so calm. So definitely, if you're interested, stop by and say hi. But we're unfortunately out of time this week, Becca, but I just want to say thank you once again for joining us. Thank you, Tinsy, for taking time out of your day. And we will speak with you again next week.
Perfect. We'll see you next week.
Manage your waste and recyclables with Quick Pick Waste Disposal. 100% locally owned and proud to serve and support the communities we call home. Quick Pick, the convenient solution to avoid pollution.